Hi, my name is Rafael Robles. I live on the Avenue. I've been here about 40 years. Been doing some good stuff now, but I wasn't always doing the good stuff. I was a gang member here on the Avenue. Did a lot of bad towards the Avenue.
There is no river that runs wide as your goodness.
And then Jesus got a hold of me. He found me when I was 20 years old. The first time I met Brad was a conversation between another pastor. He introduced me to Brad, and then I got involved with Two Trees. Wow, you know, this is real deal. They love Jesus and they love me. And so that's why my heart was mended with Brad. He has a good heart. He has a heart for the lost, just like I do. So our relationship continued to grow. So I appreciate Two Trees. Thank you guys for accepting me and loving me. You guys have never judged me or looked at me different. Thank you for that. You guys are an awesome team, and I am excited of what God has in store as we continue to work together.
There is nothing else.
So Two Trees is really influential in this community. That's all I can say, for lack of a better word. I mean, that's kind of what Two Trees has been doing, is loving on people, serving them, and helping them recover whatever's been lost. We want to see healing. I want to see healing. It's been a prayer of mine for a number of years. I can recall walking in Kellogg Park, the park that was brought together by the community, for the community, and praying that, okay, God, now just permeate into the households and bring them out together for finding placement, value in the area that they call their home, which is the Avenue.
There is no wonderful.
Two Trees, I'm so in love with this place, especially under the leadership of Pastor Brad, because the Two Trees community is a Jesus first, Jesus last, Jesus always priority. So the mission here is really to bring Jesus to the Westside of Ventura. This is going to be the place here in Ventura where the Spirit of God is already working. People will be able to come and see us and see how true faith in God and trusting in Jesus, to see where that leads. We placed ourselves on the altar. We placed this project on the altar. We know we've been called here to service the Westside of Ventura, and we're going after it. So coming here in August of 20, we're in the middle of COVID. Everyone's on lockdown. I get an email, hey, we're worshiping on the beach today. Why don't you come out and join us? That day, my love affair with Two Trees started, and it just increased since that day. But just that one show of faith, God showed his approval on that faith, and everything we're doing today is evidence on the stand made that day.
You know, coming here for the first time, it was great. You know, you have everyone at the front entrance just bombarding you with hugs and love. And so, you know, my feeling as I've joined Two Trees is just love. You know, everyone treats you all the same. I mean, and so I've loved it here. I'm here for Two Trees.
I started working with Brad for an internship back in 2019 when I had first joined the church, and then it just evolved and I got offered a position here on staff. And honestly, it's like the best job ever. I love it. I love getting to come to work with my favorite people every day and be around such just encouraging leaders and friends. Honestly, it feels more like family. Honestly, I've never really experienced something like this anywhere else. I think it's just being a part of something that is so for the Lord and is so rooted in love. When you're just united in that vision together, yeah, it's family. It's totally family. It's so good.
First got connected to Brad through a buddy of mine, Matt Reevy, in about 2019, and I was praying for a space where I could walk from my home on the Avenue to a building where we could worship in Spanish, and just continued to pray into that vision and continued to see that. And thanks to the goodness of God, we're doing that now. We recently launched a Spanish service in partnership with an amazing church here on the Avenue. And I just love how the Lord is moving in the neighborhoods. We want to love in the way that Jesus loved, and really at the end of the day, just be a good neighbor to the people who are around us.
3 years ago, COVID had happened, the whole world had shut down, and our small ministry got much smaller and was reduced to a series of prayer meetings where we sought the face of God for a long time, asking him what to do. For weeks, we prayed and we prayed and we prayed, and we said, Holy Spirit, what do you have for us? Where do you want us to go? What do you want us to do? A word was released in these prayer meetings that said it was time to step out in faith and go after something much bigger than us. And so we went on a prayer journey to find a church home, which led us to 117 North Ventura Avenue. He opened up this property for us to come and bring heaven to earth right here on this location. We entered into this big empty warehouse with an even bigger dream to create a home for the people of God here on the west side. We feel like this is going to be a home for all nations, for all people, for all ethnic groups. We believe the Spirit of Jesus is going to break down all social and ethnic barriers and is going to bring healing to families. And we believe it's going to happen right here. It's important for us to build something that outlives us. Through the years, ministries have come and tried to do something in this area, and they come and they go and they vanish. And we're determined to build something that lasts, something that outlives us all, something that stays. Now that we're here, in over our heads, massive warehouse that we're building out with a vision that God has given us, we're believing that God is going to fully fund this build out, and we're attempting to purchase this property with the intent on building something that lasts generations. We want to see families healed. We want to see poverty broken. We want to see darkness lifted, and we want to see heaven come. And we believe it's going to happen in this hour, right now. Jesus said, if you believe, will you not see the glory of God? It's something that we can't do alone. I can't do alone. This is an open door and an invite for you to be a part of something that could change this area of the city and many other lives throughout the county forever. We believe that this will be an equipping and sending center for generations, that we're going to be able to strengthen the lives of people. We're going to be able to see marriages restored and destinies realized, and for people to be born again and be with God for eternity here. Right now, we are in the middle of a miracle era in our church, and we are asking and inviting you to contribute. There will be a call to action on ways that you can get involved. But before we get into any of that, I just want to say, this was started by the Spirit, and it will be sustained by the Spirit. And the Holy Spirit, I'm believing, will move on your heart or someone's heart who hears this to get involved, and someone is going to come who wants to see something great happen and be a part of this. And this is your invitation to be a part of this. So love you guys. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for believing that there's more for this area of the city. Thank you for believing that this could not only just be a refuge for people in this area of the city, but this can also be a home where all people from the city can come to dwell and all people from the county can come to worship. It's going to happen right here at 117 North Ventura Avenue. So stay tuned.
# we are family at Two Trees.
It's time to go after it. Let's get it.
Stoked in the spirit, Two Trees.
Let's go, Two Trees.
All I can say is that I'm all in.
This is just the beginning. We're just getting started, Two Trees.
Find ways to get involved.
Mental health restored. Don't you tell me he can do it. Don't you tell me he can do it. 'Cause I've seen families reunited. I've seen prodigals return. Don't you tell me he can do it. Don't you tell me he can do it. 'Cause I've seen troubled souls delivered. I've seen addicts finally free. Don't you tell me he can do it. Don't you tell. I've Don't you tell